Hello, welcome to Not Dead Yet's weekly music chat. I'm Dan.
I'm Lee. Hi.
And we're going to have a quick chat with you about what we have been listening to.
Yeah.
So, Lee, why don't you kick us off?
I'm going to start very quickly with an album that I only came across a couple of days ago by a band called Pins, as in Pins and Needles.
With an S.
Pins, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know much about the band. I just came across it. I saw it had been reviewed. And
What's it called?
Wild Nights.
Wild Nights.
It's called Wild Nights, and it's on Bella Union, which
Yeah.
is always a reliable label for really cool, I like indie sort of guitar stuff.
Right.
It's their second album, and it's kind of like female fronted, and because it's female fronted, it'll be classed as Riot Girl.
Okay.
But essentially, it's kind of like poppy alternative rock that you would have had from the 90s. I mean, because bands like L7 have kind of reformed, there's kind of like, like this Riot Girl revival.
Okay.
It's not really, there isn't really, but, and I don't know what their first album's like, but it's really kind of like, if you like kind of like this like American band called Best Coast, with a few albums, like Girl.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Kind of like rough guitars,
Right.
but like kind of really nice poppy sort of sensibilities, and it's like that. And I really like bands like Cheetahs or Eagles, which are more male vocals, but I really like that. But like but I haven't listened to it loads. But I'm looking forward to kind of this weekend giving it more of a listen. But mainly this week, I've been to see lots of bands over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 weeks, I went to Download Festival, and so at Download I saw Slipknot. Slipknot, Muse, Motley Crue / Billy Idol, Kiss, a bunch of smaller bands, like Beartooth, who I was really looking forward to seeing, Silosis. I saw the Manic Street Preachers the week before that. I saw the Strokes and Beck Thursday.
Yeah, I thought you had, because I saw your thing on Facebook about Devil's Haircut.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he
where it's at.
referencing Beck?
Yeah, and like Beck, I've never seen, and Beck's someone that I always tell myself off for not having more of. I've only got Odelay and Midnight Vultures.
Yeah.
And Odelay's a great album.
Yeah.
I really like it, and
I've always found it difficult to listen to.
Really?
Yeah, it's an album that I feel like you're saying, it's an album I feel like I should love. And I got it when it came out, and I don't think I've ever managed to listen to it all the way through.
It's longer than you expect it to be, I think.
Yeah.
But like he was, I mean, I only know that maybe a couple of songs. I don't really know much because he's a 25-year history.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
He's pretty prolific, and he's quite varied. And but when I was watching, it was like, I just need to kind of get more because I do really like it, and I think like Outside, it was sunny. it was a good one to watch for that sort of like, it was in Hyde Park. So that was really good. And the Strokes I saw them I think in 2002-3.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a V festival, but I looked up earlier and like it was a V festival and they headlined. I remember it being, I thought it was V festival. It could have been Reading. They headlined. It was Julian Casablancas' birthday.
Yeah.
It was between the first and second album, and the White Stripes played earlier on in the day.
Yeah.
So they weren't very big then. I think that they had just released like White Blood Cells, which was their third album, but their breakthrough album. And Jack White joined them on stage for I think either New York City Cops or Take It or Leave It. I can't remember. It was the last song, and it was great. Now watching them, last Thursday, they played a lot of the first album, which is great. That's what I went to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there was no real. It was a really strange dynamic. Like everyone, they performed well. I think Julian Casablancas was either high or hammered.
Right.
He seemed to be laughing at his own jokes and mumbling a little bit.
Okay.
But everyone was just stood on their spots. There was no interaction. Like a lot of time you go to gigs, like the drummer.
Well, the audience or the band?
The band.
Okay, right.
Like, which, they all, it was performed well.
Yeah.
But there was just no chemistry.
Okay.
So everyone just
Are they
stood
known
there.
for that? I don't know.
I don't know. I sort of find there's a bit more interaction, but like I think a lot of them have had solo records. Actually, I think all of them have had solo records.
Right. Okay.
To varying degrees of
So
success.
then basically this is just work now.
It's their cash, it's their cash cow,
Yeah.
and which is fine. I get it. It was just a bit of a shame, but thankfully, they played like Last Night, which is the hit that I liked. I heard most of the first album, and I thought they're going to wait until the end to play that, but they played it after about 45 minutes. And
all right, great.
I
so you could leave after that then.
So I left after it.
Yeah.
Which is good. So I went to the pub, had a couple of drinks, missed the crowds, got home.
Sweet.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That was good. Manic Street Preachers are one of my favourite bands, and we talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
terrible.
they played the Holy Bible in its entirety. Now I know you don't really listen to Manics.
No.
The Holy Bible was their classic, not necessarily my favourite of their albums, but it's their classic. It's at Cardiff Castle, which is a beautiful setting. And I thought, I've seen the Manics several times and always had a really good time. They are obviously older. They're not going to be. I never saw them in a heyday.
Yeah.
But I still have enjoyed it every time I've seen them. And I thought in a hometown, pretty much, it'll be a really good response. The crowd were really muted and really disappointing. Like it was just like you could have been anywhere. Like it was like you could have just been in a really busy shopping centre. People milling about. It was really poorly organised. The queuing system was terrible. Letting people out, like the organisation was really bad. I found the queuing system was really terrible, and they let out. I think it's like 10,000 people through the double doors.
Wow!
Like we were getting shoved, and I was kind of like keeping my arms out just to keep space.
Yeah.
And all it was taking for someone to kick. The guy behind me kind of like got a bit aggressive. It was fine in the end. So all it was taking someone to fall over, and someone to get aggressive, and that would have been
that would have kicked
dangerous. Dangerous. But the actual performance, it's the kind of not funny necessarily, but the Holy Bible was a really dark album. Really dark. It was the last album written by Drtydrdz before he disappeared, died, or whatever you want to believe. So you sing along, and then as you're singing the words, even though like I'm familiar with the album, I know it. Until you sometimes sing out loud, you're not quite aware always.
Yeah, you don't often think about what you're saying.
So we started singing like long and stuff like that, and then maybe this is why it got muted elsewhere as well. Is that you then realise you're singing about songs like "She Is Suffering." It's singing about addiction. It's singing about songs about what's when you starve yourself. Sorry, what's it called?
Anorexia.
Anorexia. So it's about anorexia and stuff like this. Is really like dark material. So like you go, I don't know how comfortable I feel about singing this out loud. Yeah. So I did that, and then the second was like a best of set, which was again I don't think it was necessarily weren't the songs I would like to have heard as much as they did some classics. So that was kind of disappointing, and I came away being a bit disappointed. But I hadn't seen the Manics before. I would see them again.
Okay.
So that was good. Download, quick whip through. Motley Crue were amazingly pompous, which was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all pyro and firework, which is great. Kiss came on after. Did the same thing, but really kind of soulless. I don't think they had the songs. Someone pointed out they're actually a mediocre band that have just a really strong image.
Right, okay.
And that's pretty spot on. I've seen them before and they were fun, but I chipped off after about 20 minutes.
Right.
Beartooth for like an American kind of like punk metal band, really good. Silosis, a British metalcore band, really good. Muse were incredible. I'd not seen Muse before, but as a live show, I only knew probably half the songs. But performance-wise, they always win awards for like best live band. Since you pointed that out, I've never not heard that. But I've never seen them before, and they always been the best live bands, and they were fantastic live. I found it was quite again theatrical, light show, big giant balloons, orbs, and all this sort of stuff. But that's my quick whip through, and I'm later on today seeing Blur.
Oh. They're going to be doing Angel Delight.
Oh,
a lot of stuff from Angel Delight, I would imagine.
Delight, yeah. So that's been my musical time recently. How about yourself?
I have, having spent a few weeks listening to stuff, discovering and listening to stuff that isn't kind of hip-hop related, I had to revert. And
comfort. I need comfort.
Exactly. I needed to go back into a lot of hip-hop. So I've been trawling through Bandcamp again, and found lots of good, interesting stuff. So actually, firstly, I think last time we spoke, I said that I was really, really looking forward to Hudson Mohawk's new album, Lantern. So I actually, went out of my way on Tuesday to buy it. Specifically went into town just to buy that because I wanted to listen to it that day.
Yeah.
And I am massively disappointed.
Oh, what
it's kind of like there was a couple of really good moments on the album, but most of it's almost like he's forgotten why he's good.
In what way?
It lacks a lot of energy.
Okay.
There's it's quite experimental for his sound.
So is it like a kind of like a conscious change in direction for him?
It feels like it, yeah, and I don't like it. So
do you think it'll warm to you? Like
maybe I'll give it another chance. Maybe if I look at it as not a Hudson Mohawk album, and then return to it, I might enjoy it more. But it was not what I expected, and I didn't enjoy it for that reason. So I'll go back and listen to it again with a more open mind. But that I've only listened to it that once, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. I just kept waiting for the album to start, and in fact, a lot of the songs I was waiting for the song to start, and then they'd end. I wasn't overly.
That's a shame.
Thrilled by that. Yeah,
that's always disappointing.
It's really disappointing because I really loved everything he's done everything he's done so far, and so I was just a bit like, oh, okay, well, And I get it, you can't keep doing the same thing all the time, but it really did. I don't know that it's worked. Anyway, so I'll go back to that with an open mind and see if I like that on, further listenings. So the other things that I found, there's a guy called Noah Rhymes with S with a dollar. He's got an album out called Wack Loops.
What's a Wack loop? Is that like a good loop?
No, it's not a good
bad loop.
It's a bad loop, yeah. But which is an ironic title because he's got lots of amazing loops. So he's from California. I'm going to link all of these things in the YouTube description so you can click on them and find those albums. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this one. I want to say Ashat, but I'm guessing it's Ashat.
No, Ashat.
Or Ashat. Either way, nothing's good about that. So, but his album's really good. So he's got, this one's more, so Noah Rhymes does some rapping and a lot of production. So that's a kind of some instrumentals, some rapping.
Okay.
Ashat is, Ashat, I shouldn't be disrespectful, is all instrumental, kind of jazzy-ish beats. Okay. He's Russian, apparently, according to Bandcamp. That album's called Grown Up. That's really good. Then I've got Seven Even or Seven Sun. I think it's probably Seven Sun, but they put a 7 instead of the first S on 7.
Yeah,
so
that's confusing.
Yeah, so I don't know whether I meant to say Seven Evan or 7. I'm guessing just 7.
Seven Sun,
I think Seven Sun. And they've got, she had got an album called Escapologies. That again, that's instrumental, and that's kind of more, I want to say, I don't know how to describe it without sounding like someone talking about wine, but it's kind of liquidy. It's kind of chilled out, and it feels like
Sauvignon Blanc.
No, it feels more like taking some heavy-duty painkillers, and everything goes a bit melty.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty good. And then there's a guy called I'm going to spell it Drtydrdz, but that is Drtydrdz without the vowels.
Okay.
And he's also from California. He's got something out called Metamorphosis, and that has got literally it's instrumentals, and they've got a kind of really nice sort of 70s sort of funk soul feel to them.
Okay.
But this one album has about 70 tracks on it.
So, I mean, they like 2-3 minutes, or they like 30
they're like
seconds?
1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Between 1 and 3 minutes, I would say.
It's
a lot of work gone into it, and that's, I haven't managed to make it all the way through it yet. It's really good because it's way longer than my commute. So, but everything that I've heard on that, I've really enjoyed. Then TNG is Japanese kind of minimal hip hop instrumental. They've got an album, or he's got an album called Nightcaller EP. And lastly, someone I've mentioned before,
Biscuit,
who is from Seattle. He put out a tape called Raw Data, and really, really enjoying that again. Which, everything he's done so far, I've really, really enjoyed. So he's produced less on this one.
Okay,
he's got other people producing some of the stuff on it, and it just goes to show how good he is, because the stuff that he's produced is way better than everything else on there. So
okay,
so that's pretty good. So, but like I said, I'll link those, and if we've got Twitter links to them, we'll put them up as well. But yeah, you should check all of those out if you like your hippity hoppity beats.
Yeah, jazzy hippie hoppy.
Yeah, you don't, so you won't need to check them out.
I don't know, you've converted me some stuff.
Yeah, some stuff. I think these might be a step too far at the moment.
One step
at a time. These might be, as Madness would say,
one step beyond.
There you go.
I was thinking Seven Sun. Is Seven Sun as an Aztec? Is that an Aztec thing?
I don't know. I think
something like that.
No, I thought it was a wizard thing.
Is it?
I think in Terry Pratchett, I think it's the seventh son of a seventh son is a sorcerer.
Seventh Son is also an Iron Maiden album.
Really? So maybe this is a thing, like a mythology thing.
And there's a tattoo stroke, alternative stroke healing shop near where I grew up called Seventh Son. Yeah, you could get tie-dye and Marilyn Manson t-shirts.
Can you have a tie-dye tattoo?
If you do, then
yeah,
shame on you.
Yeah, you're a braver man than I.
Yeah.
So that's about it, I think, for me. Yeah, for you. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back in the next week, 2 weeks or so. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so let us know what you're listening to. You can follow us on at Hello Not Dead Yet.
Facebook, Hello Not Dead Yet.
Email us on hellonotdeadyet@gmail.com.
We are on Spotify on hello_not_dead_yet_underscores in between each word.
Yeah.
And Insta, not dead yet _ in between each word.
There you go. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.